videotape me.
You have no room to yell at us.
I want to speak to the person who made this drink. Is that you?
No, it wasn't me.
We don't know who made it, so.
You don't know who made it?
There's 4 of us here, so we honestly don't know.
Stupid ignorant high school kids.
Okay, bye.
I want to speak to the
Bye. Okay, you can call corporate whenever you want. Goodbye.
Gianna, stop. You don't care.
No, I don't care.
Give it to me right now.
I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police.
That gentleman standing at a Robeks juice smoothie shop is James Iannazzo. It's in Connecticut. And he threw a smoothie at one of the teenagers that was working there, high school student that was working there. He was since arrested and charged with second-degree intimidation based on bigotry or bias, second-degree breach of peace, and first-degree criminal trespass. It might be because he threw the drink, but it might also have to do with the fact that he then tried to break into the room in the back where 3 to 4 of these young ladies were trying to work. Let's see this really fast.
I want the telephone number.
Gianna,
Telephone. Shut the
Shut up. Get out. You can call corporate. Bye. Okay, good for you. Bye.
I want the
Bye.
shut up.
You shut up. You're not gonna tell me to shut up. Who are you? Who are you?
Immigrant loser.
What? You. Get the out. Get the out. Get the out. You're going to jail. You're going to jail, you racist piece of
I want the telephone.
bro, call the police now.
I want the telephone number.
So look it up. I don't know what you want. Look it up and you want the telephone number.
It was an extraordinarily tense situation. This grown man comes in very upset about an order, which we'll get to the details of in a second. Throws his drink at one of the girls working there, then tries to break into the back room. You saw the door move a little bit as one of the other employees was leaned against it. And I believe the girl that was filming also started leaning against it. Yes, that particular one in the blue sweater was fighting back, arguing back and all that, pushing back. There's nothing that's not extraordinarily unsettling about this entire group of events. Now, what triggered him to go this far before I get to you, Jank, is the police said this, Iannazzo 48 told police that he was upset because, quote, his son was having a severe allergic reaction and went back to the store as a result. During that investigation, employees reported that Iannazzo never told him about the peanut allergy that he had, which has forced his son to have that reaction. But he'd only requested that there be no peanut butter in his drink. So the police said, and also according to them, officers were called to his home about 1:39 p.m. for a juvenile who had an allergic reaction and had to be taken to a local hospital. So this guy, James, was upset because his son had a reaction to the smoothie there, and he has a severe peanut allergy. He asked for no peanut butter in the drink. Didn't say anything about it's for my son. Didn't say anything about how he has an allergic reaction. I'm not sure what was in that drink that allowed that to happen. If it was residue, we've seen those types of things, but it got him this upset. This is after his son had gone to the hospital. His son had had his reaction. Then he returned with the cup and decided to make this scene. So really fast, last thing, Jake, before you. As a result of this whole attack, he was also fired from his job. He was a wealth manager that he had been holding that job since 1995. So let's go to this really fast. Bill Halden, who's a spokesperson for Merrill Lynch and Bank of America, said in a statement, "Our company does not tolerate behavior of this kind. We immediately investigated and have taken action. This individual is no longer employed at our firm." Let's look at his mugshot as you give me your reaction to this, Jank.
Yeah, so look, I don't know what I'm gonna say is slightly controversial, but I didn't think he crossed the line until he threw the drink. So I don't know to what degree it's true that his son has a peanut allergy and that there was peanut butter in the drink and then he had allergic reaction, etc. But it's okay. It doesn't matter to me. He gets upset. The women working there get upset. That happens a million times across the country, and they yell at each other back and forth. That to me, that's not a crime. It's not a big deal. Okay, maybe it is a big deal, but it's not a crime. But he throws the drink. That's obviously assault. It's over. You have to get arrested. There's no way around that. But each step gets worse. Now those are 4 young women that are working there. He's a big guy, like I am, right? When he tries to break into the back room, no. That is a massive threat, right?
Absolutely.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna break into the room and do what to those young women. That's nuts. It's nuts. No, you got to get arrested, right? And then the third thing is immigrant loser. That's what he called the girls. Brother, your name is James Iannazzo, okay? I grew up in Jersey, so I love my Italian brothers and sisters. But I got news for you. You're also an immigrant. I mean, you're not Native American. You didn't come on the Mayflower, okay? And at some point, your ancestors, and by ancestors, I don't mean hundreds of years ago, I mean a couple of generations ago, were called immigrant losers. And so now you're gonna turn around and say that to other people? Get the hell out of here, man.
This is why we have these types of problems. There's people who are here who think that there's the superiority complex that they have, and also people who have come here and then gotten through all those struggles, and they say, well, I'm like the rest of the the privileged folks who talk down to others. And it's almost like they think that's the American way. And we've convinced enough people that until you start talking down on others, then you're not really an American. This is the upside down nature of our thought process and just the way we approach things. But no, as soon as the cursing okay, there's been times I've been upset. I'm trying to find the point when it's okay what he did. It was about the time when he said, who made this drink? You can say it angrily, your kid was going through some serious issues. But what is your objective? What is his objective in his mind? First of all, the 4 girls had no idea what his objective was. It was to come and attack them after he threw a drink. So what would you think he's gonna come behind that door to do next? Have a conversation, ask them for the number politely, hand him his cell phone, say, hey, sweetheart, could you put that phone number in my book for me, in my phone for me? No, that's not anything he was doing to come back there for. He was going back there to assault them further. Now, by the way, the girl who had the smoothie thrown at her, they didn't charge him with assault on that because it didn't injure her. I know spitting on someone is also assault. You're not actually hurt there either. I mean, you might catch whatever kind of disease and germs they've got, but that's not actually getting injured either. It's a little crazy. This whole thing annoys me.